All right, so today's video, we are back with another Quick Play Warrior where we will watch somebody who plays Quick Play, try to guess what their rank is going to be, give them feedback, and then see what their actual rank ends up being after their placements. Today's video, we are starting with a DPS on PC, and they have 500 hours of unranked and 27 hours of ranked. And they said, I saw your Quick Play Warrior video series and was immediately inspired to hop back in. If these other warriors could do it, so can I. My account is quite old because I started playing Overwatch when it first released, but bounced off. I never really liked shooters. I really like strategy / roguelikes. By the way, speaking of roguelikes, I've been playing some roguelikes. Love them. I never knew I would, but they're so good. I was one of those guys who said I had good game sense, but couldn't aim to save my life. Fast forward around a decade when I started dating my new partner. She calls herself a retired ranked player. She plays mostly support and held Diamond Masters for a few seasons. When we got together, I was excited that this could be our avenue to end up spending a lot of time together. As you can imagine, when I first started, I was terrible. I decided that I wanted to be able to play the game well and stand next to her in Overwatch. That was 450 hours ago. Since then, I have played and watched a ton of Overwatch content. I have been slowly gaining momentum to try my hand at ranked as I felt a shift in the quick play games. I feel like I'm carrying often, have much better positioning than before, and generally understand when / where things are going to happen. My partner has said that she's very confident that I'm going to rank quite highly / quickly. All right, so we're going to start here. It's going to be a Sojourn we're going to be watching, and we're going to go from there. And then we'll watch the rank game after. We'll guess the rank in between. Let's go. Also, my headset's broken, so it's only on one side of my headset right now. I got to get a new cord.
Attackers incoming.
I get someone. Okay, I don't mind this spot for you. Yeah, it's okay, whatever. All right. All right, so far everything's fine. You could have stayed up in that top left a little bit longer, just to kind of give you a little bit of feedback on that one. Like just to point out, it's good to like go set up on that high ground you started off at, and like the idea is that you predict when they're going to go for you, not ditch that spot a little bit sooner. I would have been okay if you stayed up there a little bit longer, or rotated to the other high ground rather than stay in the low ground. But that's like just something to look into. Megan, I'm not doing that today, Nebula. No, today's a chill day. Today's a recording day. Ooh, nice shots. I mean, the aim's looking solid there. I mean, it's on, you know. So, like, I would go back up there. Yes, there you go. Now, remember, just an advice for everybody, but whenever you're playing Overwatch, the amount that you minimize your downtime after a one-team fight is very important. So, like, I want you to start getting a little bit quicker at, like, the downtime of the team fight. Always think about where your next move is. And when you do that, you're always going to be, like, better positioned before they even get to you. Now, granted, you did it fine there, but, you know, eventually, as you climb in rank, that pacing needs to get better. So, very small note there, but hey, gives you some things to think about. See what I mean? Like, do you see how you're giving up your spot too easily? And this is what I'm saying. Like, they're not doing anything to take that spot away from you, so don't give up that spot just because. Like, this angle right now would actually be super, like, you would still be getting value there. And then, rather than rotate down, rotate over. If you're not being contested, if you're concerned about the Ashe, you'll be okay for a shot. You can take a headshot there. Like, you gotta remember, it's range. Then you can shift this way, right? If for some reason you're like, okay, like I need to get a health pack, you go down the stairs, you have a mega, then you can go back up if nobody's here, and you can rotate around and then have all this spots, see? See how you can just like do this without ever touching the low ground? Yeah, there's a health pack over here. My only concern about this health pack is if the Doomfist does decide to contest and you go this way, this is how you get stuck here. This is how, like, even in top 500, this health pack becomes a debate because players will go for this, but then you lose the contain here, and then you're stuck there, so then you end up having to use your shift out, and you end up down here anyway, and you're in a weird spot. It's not a bad thing, like, if they're running, like, anything but a mobile tank. It's just, I've seen, even in top 500, I've seen people get rolled for that play. You know what I mean? Like, they go up there, and they just get annihilated because, like, they go to get the health pack, but then they lose contain in the middle, and you're just stuck. Either way, you know, don't give up your spot so quickly. I think that will be super helpful for you, okay? I mean, you are doing a good job of understanding the angles, though, and I do like seeing that. Like, as in, like, you know to push this. This is very smart. So I want to point that part out for you. Also, I always like Out of curiosity, Chad, does anybody else really like this type of colorway in general? I don't know if it's like just like growing up with a lot of like neon signs and like all those like, you know what I mean? Like, because obviously like there was like so many neon signs and like this colorway was very common. Like you add like a little bit of like that light blue in there. I don't know what it is. I love that color scheme. Actually, isn't that like kind of the color scheme of this current drives this year? I don't know. I just love like the color scheme of it. It's cool. Yeah, kind of. Exactly. Yep.
Hope shines now.
I don't mind that. I mean, you had information they were stuck at statue. You know, could you have, like, if you want my take, could you have not done the ultimate there? Yes. But the reason why I'm okay with it is like, it shows that you understand about being proactive with your ultimate and also taking angles. Like, you're doing things that are right. It's just a timing thing, right? Like, that is an impatience ultimate. And I'll be honest with you, as somebody who does it all the time, I get it. Chat knows I have a window of, like, if I don't use my ult for a while, I'm like, I got to use this thing. I'm holding on to it for too long. So... But the aim has been fairly steady. The aim has been fairly steady. So, in my opinion, you're doing a lot right thus far. The high ground drop down is my #1 concern thus far out of you. Really, thus far is my word of the day. I'm so smart. Okay, here we go. Vortex. Vortex is okay there. Yeah. See, this is where I would love to be high ground. Because now you're stuck. Yeah. Now imagine if you were up on that high ground that we mentioned before. Do you see what I'm saying? Start up there a little bit more. Now that they're on Reinhardt, like you have way more space to go up on that high ground again. Think about that. Like now that they have a Reinhardt there, you have even more time to be up top left right there. Yep. So this is where that position in that of you kind of finally like caught up right there. You see what I'm saying? I actually didn't see the death pose there, chat, so that's the secret y'all have. I didn't see it. So there you go. I'll never know.
Not so fast. We're outnumbered.
You didn't see it either? Well, welcome to the club. Yep, get out of here. Okay, options you have. Not being on the low ground. Now, I want to point out to people before we talk about, like, whenever I tell people to go high ground, obviously, if, like, your team ends up not utilizing it or you get rolled there many times, you can definitely adjust your positioning. But as a sniper, you always want to be able to take aggressive off angles. And right now, it feels like you take the off angles only on the low ground. It can be the same thing on the high ground. So what I would do right now, while you're in this, like, this time, go up here. I know it seems weird, but just trust. All right, go up here. And then eventually try taking this angle. What's going to happen is when your teammates engage down here, this angle up here gets really annoying. It's not like a get 100 kills angle, but it's really good at making them have to look up at you. And if they don't look at you, you can go here. Technically, you could go here first if you want to be a little bit surprised on that play or have a bit of a surprise. But then you can rotate out. You could rotate up to here if you would like. You can go here if nobody's taking control. Do you see what I'm saying? How like all of this puts you in a spot where you're not going to get killed. And if they go for these spots, you're in an advantageous spot for it. But if you're on the low ground here, you're going to be funneled to here or here. Problem with here is if they angle you out here, you're done for. If they get control of this sight line, you're basically forced to here. And then when you get forced to here, you're stuck here. And like that is a safe rotation, but it's not like going to be your win a game rotation. So I want to see you just try to do that a little bit. I'm telling you, like you'll see the value you get. Your aim has been steady. Obviously, you're going to have some missed shots here and there, but like it's been good enough to be able to get kills.
This is a leg up.
So, you see what I'm saying? You're going the safe route here. So you end up in the, oh, maybe you do it. Maybe, oh, no. See, yeah. This is what I mean. You're putting yourself into like the safest of spots, which goes to that kind of playmaker mentality I've talked about. Everything else, like you have the right idea though. Like you are doing the right things with your angles. You just need to be, a little bit more above them than anything else. Right? Path up the stairs now. Like, that's what you should be doing, is going up there. Yes. But now you just wasted 2 cooldowns when you could have walked up the stairwell inside the room. So remember that next time. There you go. Yes. Thank you. Now you're in a good spot. The only person who gets you is Cat. I don't mind that at all. You just miss your shots there. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes you just miss your shots. Like sometimes that you do everything right and then you just miss. I do that. Oh, dude, you want to know one of my kryptonites right now? Ever hinder a tracer? Dude, I don't know what it is. Something with hindering someone and hitting the shot right away. Somehow I can't do it, but I can probably shoot. I can probably hit that tracer every single time without hitting a hinder. No idea why. No idea why. You can move up slightly more if you want, by the way, too. Help with the bob. Okay, right idea. Cool. Nice. Okay, that worked out perfect. You could have moved up a little bit more, just to have a little bit more, like, I don't know, like, oomph to your, I guess, your damage, but you were fine there. It worked out. Which major perk do I use for Sojourn? I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I usually end up with, actually, recently I've been going with the, for the perk selection, I've been going with the what is it, 150 on your ultimate, whatever one that is, and then I've been going with the double slide or the slow. It doesn't really matter to me.
It is far too hot in Scotland and I am melting.
Again, I just want to pause again because, like, again, this device is pretty chill, but, like, you need to go set up on high grounds more. I'm telling you, you are missing out on so much opportunity just to win team fights by having advantageous positioning. Like, you're basically setting yourself up that if the Rhine was the shield in front of your team, you wouldn't do anything. You get what I'm saying? But if you're above them, the Rhine has to think about what to do there, and you get more opportunity for kills. You'll see what I'm talking about when you start doing it more. Again, if you're on the high ground here, you're doing more damage to the Bastion. See? Finally, the right idea. Yep. It's like, oh, you missed your opportunity? Okay, time to go on this side low ground again. Get up on that high ground.
Keep them off a little longer.
Well, thankfully the Rhine brought the damage to you. Nice. Oh, that was a good Bastion. Ooh, nice shot.
Hope shines now.
Okay. I like this. Nice. Now, just to point out to you, also great job here. All right. I'm going to pause right there. First of all, again, I'm telling you, you're going to get so much more value if you're just above them. Like, you're doing so many things right with your angles. Now let's improve that by going above them. I'm telling you, you're gonna be very surprised at how much you're gonna do damage-wise in some of those situations. It's gonna be so nice. You're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about when that happens. But really good job though thus far. Like, you're not playing bad. You're definitely playing a bit hesitant at times, but it's not like the worst. But, like, I love, like, the way you use your ultimates too. Like, on the flip side of that, you aren't hesitant with your ultimates. So a little bit more high ground out of you. But if I had to guess your rank so far, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going Plat 5. I'm going Plat 5. Could be Gold 1. And the only reason why is because of where you default to positioning. I could be off, and maybe you're higher than that right now, but I think that if you keep pathing the exact same way that you're doing that, and you're spending, like, time to, like, use your shift to go to spots that you can just walk up the stairs, things like just little things like that, kind of puts me in that range. So we'll see. That's my guess on that one. But we now have the placement match coming up next, so we're going to be able to see. For this one, you say, I felt like I was playing well, but my team kept getting pushed in immensely. It was very hard to find good spots after the initial pushes wore down. There are more than a few times where I felt the need to make some wild play. I get caught in a weird position more than once. I would love feedback on where to stand on these maps, as it feels like all the obvious places are begging to be punished. Okay, so let's see what happens. Here we go. Starting position, good. Yep. Okay, you're doing the right thing, clearing the reels at the beginning. Perfect. Is that a requirement? Nope. Do you have to do it? Yep. Okay, so I want to talk about this. I like your uses of angles, but you're taking yourself out of team fights. And I know you hear about angles all the time, But sometimes your angles also gonna be created as the team fight breaks out. Like right now, you're just nerfing yourself. Like you're basically saying, hey, if you don't go to this spot, you're not getting any damage done to you. Look what your dominant is playing. Your dominant needs that assistance. So like, yeah, you're defaulting to the same like style. Now go up to the top left. Go up there. Yes, thank you. There you go. Now, yes, you're a little bit more susceptible now, but like now you can do more damage. See? But they've already crossed over now. So you lost your time in because you spent more time over there. It's funny. Your positioning is not bad, but you nerf yourself with your positioning sometimes. And I think in these 2 VODs, you'll see that. And I think it'll actually level up your gameplay. I really do. Are you going to get picked off occasionally, you know, here and there more? Yes, but like, that's how you understand like the limit testing of where you can play on spot-wise. So. Damn. Is Oak still tired from the major? Like, what the? Nice job there. Good play. Also, chat, you notice this is what I was talking about earlier on that King's Row with the like the high ground. You see how like nobody's really like contesting the Sojourn as of right now? This is what I was talking about earlier in that Quickplay version of it, where it was like, if you end up on the low ground a lot of the time, it's not going to go as well. Like, obviously there, you're just trying to shift over and help your team now, but like that starting position, nobody's contesting you. You have free range. So, that was just a good play by Anran and a missed shot by you. Like I said, also, a little bit of a note, a little bit of a secret spot. It's not like a secret spot, but it can be a surprising spot. You can go right here. So you can actually shift up to this and like dodge them a little bit and maybe give your teammates more opportunity to heal you and see you. But this is a spot you can go to right here. You can stand on top of this. So if you needed to escape out, I've had a couple of times where I debate somebody because they think you're going to the health pack and I just go to here and then they just get rolled. So something to think about. Something to think about with that angle. Well, I don't even think it's like being way too nervous in close range team fights. The truth is that close range like team fights are always going to be rough unless you're playing like Reaper. Like, Sojourn's not Reaper, you know? Like, that's like the thing is, like, you need to... If you end up in spots like this, it's the easiest way for them to follow up on you, so you take more pressure. Like, the best way to put it is the more, like, close to them you are and, like, out of position you are, the more they're going to be able to shoot at you, which means you're taking so many different, like, avenues of damage that you end up panicking more of your shots. That's why I always stress, like, having good positioning, because, like, you can... And again, now we're learning like, okay, can you have too good a position? Possibly. Right? That's the thing is like, now you learn to tone it back a little bit and be more aggressive. Right? But if you're in this spot over and over again, I want you to think about when you were on that high ground, nobody was even able to shoot you. Nobody went for you. That's a don't fix what isn't broken situation, right? Where like that was working for you the whole time, and then you started to shift away towards that part of the map the rest of the way, and you've been struggling because of it, right? See the night and day difference of how that plays out? That's what I'm talking about. You know? Okay, here we go. Okay, I mean, yeah, you can't really do anything. There's an Orisa in your... I don't know if you're using voice comms, but this is just like if you are using voice comms. A little bit of a tip you can do for your Kirikos is that if you find that you're in a better spot than the rest of your teammates, and this is only under the assumption that your teammate is like in voice chat with you or you're common, again, not a requirement, so you know that's fine. But I would say to my Kiriko here, I have a safe spot, Kiriko, if you need a TP out. And what that means is it gives Kiriko the idea that I know that my Sojourn is like my safety net here. So like you could basically like, I mean, if your Kiriko TP's here, now your Kiriko survives longer and you're good to go. But your Kiriko had this vision, didn't know you were here. So next time, you know, again, all of those pieces have to align to what I said. But in my games, I make that call out and I've saved a lot of Kirikos that way. Yep. I'm the same way. If I watch stuff, I'm usually like, okay, here we go. Kurai, thanks for the 2 months of the Prime celebration. Thank you. Appreciate it. Still waiting. Nice kill. I mean, yeah, you're close. Okay. So, and somebody brought it up earlier about your close range stuff. It is you're putting yourself in these situations you shouldn't, like as Sojourn there. Like I don't want to see you get in front of the sim there. Like I want you to think about I want to see something here very quickly before I make this statement. So like what I would be doing here is I'm gonna start, yes. See, this is it. This is the part right here. Don't re-engage that. There's no point to re-engage that. What you need to do here is throw your AoE like right here and then back away, let your teammates heal you, and then be able to go back to the point. So like you did the right idea, but then you just, why are you pushing back into the sim? Right? This is not going to be a one team fight for you. So like in this situation, like I've been talking about it more, and this is like, I think it is a good way to kind of explain it. It's okay to give up the ego duel, right? One of the best things I will see pro players do is give up the ego duel because they realize you're not going to win it. You don't have to sit there and just duel that out. It's okay to back away and be like, hey, that sim did a little bit better of a job than me, but I'm going to go reposition now and then take another advantageous team fight, right? Instead, you end up keep running that to sim, taking this kind of ego duel, and then you fall over. It's okay to back out of a team fight. You're not going to win every team fight. The best pro players in the world have no problem dipping out of a team fight. They're not going to sit there as in a 1v1 versus Tracer and be like, I'm committing all my cooldowns and that's it. Like, sometimes you got to blink away to the health packs, all right? And in a team game like this, your teammates were prepared to help you, but you kind of made that difficult on them. So next time, try to do that. You know, throw the AoE on the ground. You had 1 second till your slide. They're going to be able to heal you once. You slide back. Now you're in this team fight, and this could go way different on how it goes, all right? So just remember that. Little things like that can make or break a team fight. Of course, it seems like your team's doing a decent job, but maybe we'll see. Here we go. If you want tech, yeah, Bonnie, I'm glad to hear that. Let's go. Dude, that was... Did it just seem like the Orisa teleported when the Echo ulted? That was such a weird sequence. Also, you're stuck on the low ground again. I know you weren't there, but you went out the right door and then went up in the stairs or something near the health pack. But that was just a pathing thing, and don't worry about it. Like, I'm not, that wasn't like a, I probably would have been low ground too, but that's a reminder to myself. Sometimes you'll hear me give tips too that I also is a reminder to me. Helps me get better. Kiskaloo, thanks for the 74 months of the tier 1. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. I want you to go here. I'm telling you right now, if you can take this spot, you're going to be able to contest people up here, distract them. You have a little bit of cover. You can fall down here if you need to. You can angle slightly here if like as a safety net. But I want to see you end up here. If you don't end up here, you're going to end up on the low ground again for the 100th time. And the players up here will get a ton of value. Like, you need them to look at you. So we'll see. All right, now take top left. You know what? The effort was there. Okay. I have some homework for you to do. I've seen you do it on 2 maps now. I want you to go into the training range, and I want you to go up on all the high grounds by sliding. I'm serious. Like, you're like, dude, why would I do that? That sounds so dull to do. I'm telling you, that will fix that also. Yeah, you can get on the high ground again. That's why I want, like, what I'm saying is I want them to go and practice. Like, you can go up to, like, jump up here and go up there. What I'm saying is I want you to go and, like, practice. No, you can go up to, like, here. See, right? If I'm correct? Can't you, like, what I would have done with when you get the double slide one, right? Can't you go here and then go up? Is that, am I missing it? Is that not work anymore to go on double slide if you go here and then up? Because normally when I go up in that high ground, I just go here and then up or something, right? I don't even risk that, even on the normal one. I usually just like jump on something like this and then I go up that way. But I don't know. Maybe I just don't remember. I think that's how you would do it, right? So the point is like, you know, when you get that type of perk, like go and practice those jumps in the training range so that way you understand how that works. Because I've watched you try to go to spots many times, but then you give up on the spot and end up on the low ground. So, you know, just go practice it, right? Yeah, double slide's good for like escaping out though. That's why I like double slide. But I can see like, I don't think the double slide conversation here is the same as like triple jump Juno. I think like either or can work for you on that one. I have to use double slide to be able to re-engage or like survive on team fights if I'm ever playing like, you know, Sojourn in general. I need that for that situation. So, but yeah, I think definitely practicing your jumps both with the perk and without the perk will help you a lot. Because I've seen you have the right idea, but then you give up right away and go into that spot because you miss your slide. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they could have set up on the high ground by now, but you see how you like how tough of a shot that is. All right, here we go. Go, baby. Dude, if you were on that high ground right now, dude, this has been the, man, I haven't had a high ground VOD in a long time. I've actually, recently, if you haven't noticed, I've kind of loosened up a little bit on like not, like always like forcing the high ground for players, but like you are in such prime, like if you were on the high ground right now, you're winning these rounds. I'm not even joking. I mean, I've seen him hold his charge a lot, but maybe it's like, maybe as the team fight goes on, maybe I should pay attention to that more, as in like it's happening a little bit there, but I'm telling you, like, this is a VOD where if you were on the high ground in some of these team fights, you're just winning these easily. So, the sticky disruptor shot, that one was kind of annoying to play against, but fun to play with. Yeah. Yeah, I think the story of the double jump thing is really, if you get double slide, you just need to learn how to get to your spots a new way sometimes. And that comes with practice and understanding how to do that, but that also, nice shot, by the way. That was awesome. You know what I'm saying? It's more about just like, you have to go relearn some of the jump spots to get up there, but you can still get to a lot of spots. You have to understand how it works. Rotate up high now. Yeah, go up high, go. No. See, like, this is, okay, let's talk about this. This is a perfect opportunity to go rotate up here now with your teammate. I guess, like, in theory, you don't want to double angle it, but honestly, you're going to get it anyway. You're going to get a free kill on Sim, then you have high ground. Like, if you go this way, you're going to end up in a safe spot again. It's the same thing that you do. You keep putting yourself in super safe spots. And Soupy, thanks for the 100 bits. Thank you. Appreciate it. That was an ultimate. You were really Danny DeVito blasting right there. By the way, this is when I want to point out to you that you're doing a really good job of understanding off angles, right? On Hollywood, you always need somebody to take away the small doorway. You're doing a great job of that. This is an example of where this is good. Right? You know how like sometimes in the King's Row one, I was explaining how you would take yourself out of a team fight? This is a correct play. You're denying an angle, relying on your teammates to hold this part, which actually is the correct play, and you're making sure this doesn't give you anything, right? That was a great job by you, right? This is a playmaker's play here. This is where you have to make a play. That was good. In comparison to this one, you didn't have to make the play, and then you died to the Sim. Do you see the difference here? Like this was not a necessity to kill the Sim. This right here was a necessity to hold the angle. That's the difference here. Do you see how it can change based off of like each point? This one didn't have to kill the Sim. This one, you didn't have to kill the Sierra, but you had to definitely hold this. See the difference? So anyway, I just wanted to show people different examples of where the advice can shift. Oh, that's a great ult. That is a great ult. Kill Lamp during that, by the way. That's your #1 goal there. Nice. Perfect. A little bit more accuracy with your AoE there, but it's not going to matter. So a good hold by your team. Yep. This season ends on June 16th, yes, because the next drives are June 11th to the 15th, and then it would be the Tuesday of that week would be the 16th, and they usually do their patches on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, yep. You should be good there. Okay. Man, that Reinhardt to your right, that is a choice. I want to see how this goes. Okay. Well, that was anticlimactic. I don't know what you were looking at there, but all right. Now, what I would do is go for that high ground up there, right? Give it a second. Their cooldowns are out. Go up to the high ground now. You know that. Yeah. Now you take the high. If you need to take the stairs, that's fine. Just get that high ground. Just get the high ground, and then you can win the team fight easily because you're going to have map control above them. Instead, the Reinhardt now has an opportunity to actually go at you. Yep. It has been so long since I've had a high ground VOD. It's like We're going down. This is like a perfect way of showing why it's so good. If they give up this space, take it. I'm telling you, you're going to get so many angles and kills here that you're going to like, you can win the whole team fight. Yes, the BAP is here, but that's fine. If the BAP's looking at you, that's a win, right? Then you have the angle here. You can shoot at them. Your teammates now have less pressure. You're literally just playing too safe. No, as of now, we do Quickplay Warrior. We don't do like just Quickplay ones right now. Yeah. Heck yeah, Lion, let's go. Well, yeah, Drives does have drops, so that starts the 11th. That's going to be, the Drives drops are June 11th, and that would be competitive points. You can get 500 competitive points. Yep. Which those were a hit last time. People really wanted those comp points. That was awesome to see.
I shall take the objective.
But I get it. Listen, those weapons look cool. Nice shot. Big slam. And this Ryan has a play style. Yeah, I get it. Oh, you need to work on your slides. 100%. Not even just for high ground in general. That's one of your like, if there's one cooldown you don't use correctly, it's your slides. I really think you're missing out on so much momentum and airtime to get free kills. Like you almost stay like static to the ground. Like you like the floor is like a magnet or like a refrigerator, and you have a magnet on your feet. Like that's what it feels like right now. There's so much you can like learn. Nice shot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just like the slides are so like, that's gonna be the big thing to work on though. That and like the positioning with high ground instead. There you go. Finally, we're here. We are here, chat. It's finally happened. And look at that. No one's looking at you. You're not feeling pressured because all the damage on you. Isn't this great? Isn't it awesome when like they don't like see what this is why I stress this. May not win the team fight, but damn, do you see what I'm saying? Like. Okay, my next bit of advice I'm going to teach you. Just because they shoot at you does not mean you need to hit your shift button and go into their team. I've seen you do this many times. I'll let you get away with it for a few times. But like when you take high ground now, which was, by the way, do you see how advantageous that was? When you take high ground, the moment they shoot at you, you just like peace out. Stop doing that. Back away. Like it's just line of sight. Like if you're up here and the Ashe is over here shooting you, just go here. You're safe now. Your teammates can heal you. Like you're going to be fine. Don't just like go flying in. Worst case scenario, go back to your teammates, right? And then go right back up again. But like you get like, you kind of panic when they shoot at you at those angles and you just run into them. So there's a lot you're doing like when you move away from your spots. And like, that's really what you need to fix because I think you're going to do so much better once you fix that. And again, I want you to practice your slides and your stuff there. So you end up losing. That's it. That's the game. I didn't even realize that was the end of the VOD. Wow. So yeah, listen. I'm going to start off by giving you some advice. I really want you to go practice your slides in the training range right away, both with the perk, without the perk. Number two, I want you to see all the times I told you to go high ground and why. I love your usage of angles. That's not like my question here. It's more along the lines of sometimes the high ground angle is going to be a little bit better than the low ground angle. And there were so many times where if you went to that high ground immediately, you would have probably won these team fights and given yourself a chance. I mean, a Sojourn on second point, I love those odds, right? So the point I'm making is like, you're doing a lot of good, and like I can tell that you've learned a lot about the game, and you're doing those things right. But now we need to kind of get you to do them in the right order, in the right steps, right? Like the low ground off angle should be like your second option. And I think you're going second option most of the time. Let's get you into more of the first option, the high ground angles, practicing how to get up there. Maybe a little bit better of like, you know, knowing when to shoot your charge shot, things like that. You clean all that up, you're going to climb. Because your aim, like you said, you feel like you're getting better in there. I saw some good moments out of you, right? It wasn't like you were missing every shot. I do think you lost a lot of panic duels 1v1, but that's because I have a feeling, and again, I'm just assuming this, that whenever you get into those close range 1v1s, if you hear anything to your side or you take damage from any other angle, you start to panic. And I think that's what happens with you is you start to like, when it isn't just a pure 1v1 in front of you and anything else happens, you start to like overanalyze the play. Sometimes it's just about winning your 1v1 and getting out of there, or like, you know, backing out. Either way, you work on all the things I talked about, I think you're going to climb. You got this. Now to your rank guess. I am still very confident in my, I could be wrong, but I think it's either going to be plat 5 or gold 1. I know I gave that range. I mean, there's a chance I could be wrong and I could be way off here, but I looked at like some of the position and things, like what they were doing. I think this could be a plat lobby. I don't think it's going to be diamond. I could be wrong. I don't think it's diamond. I look at the heroes they choose. I think plat 5 is, man, I could be wrong, but I'm going to go with plat 5. I'm going to lock in. And the rank is gold 5. So I was a full rank off. There you go. I could have went with my gold 1 and I still would have been off. So there you go. Full rank off. Looks like your gold lobbies, but I learned. This gives me data. This gives me data. That was good though. See, I don't get it right all the time. But I think, like, am I wrong to say plat 5, like, aim, right? But the rest is gold. How about that? Is that good? Like, I think your aim is good enough for plat, but I think the rest of your gameplay is in gold. And that's what you need to fix. And if you fix that, it will align with your rank. Did they add hit scan aim? Well, first of all, I'd rather... I'm going to tell you right now, yes, can they pick up their projectile aim a little bit? But most of their shots, they like, it was more they panicked their shots. I found that to be the issue. There was a lot of opportunity where they had the charge shots and like that was fine. I'm not worried about that part. Leading your shot a little bit right there, right? That will take some time. Like that obviously it's a projectile. And I can agree there can be some moments there. But I feel like if they just cleaned up the rest of their gameplay, then they'll climb much quicker. And I think they'll end up in that plat area. Because like I said, like you even said they did hit scan aim. Honestly, if your Sojourn's hitting their hit scan rail shots, which is the most important part, let me tell you, coming from somebody who has the projectile aim down on Sojourn, and even though I'm good at hit scan, misses the hit scan shot, I would take the hit scan shot any day of the week. But anyway, good job. I mean, good job though, regardless. Like, I mean, you do have some good things here. Clean up the gameplay is what I was talking about, and you'll be good to go. All right, you got this. You absolutely got this. If you like the video, make sure to the like button, subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't, leave a comment. All of that helps. If you want to end up being, you know, in one of these videos, whether it's a spectating, etc., my Discord is where to do that. And if you want to watch our previous Quickplay Warrior video, we have like almost 20 of them now. Click this link over here on the side. It's going to be a good video. And with that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day/night.